Welcome to Lifetime Story Volkswagen 83 First Edition. It's the 36th episode and the car is 3 years old, and man, time flew by fast. Really fast. So yeah, let's do as we always do. Let's look at how far the car's gone. The car is 3 years old now, and this is how far she's gone. 62,013 kilometers. So that's 3 years old. It's the 31st of October, and that's the same day we bought the car 3 years ago. Yeah. It's the 30th of October, and I'm into changing over to winter tires. Get some stud on the car, so we have some grip on the roads. Yeah, hang on. This is the front of the car. See the taillights there, and this is how it's looking. And the brake pads. It's just about there. And that's just a little bit under 7 millimeters on that side. I think that's the inside of it. And that's down to 6 millimeter more wear on the inside. Yeah. So overall, how is it when it comes to rust? Well, looks like it's holding up. And the discs are okay. Looks like we'll have a little edge here, and that's from its new, I guess. And that's the wear. So it doesn't wear much in here. Well, I guess I have to just throw on the winter tire, and I'm also gonna start up the compressor and blow out some of that shit here, so no water gets in there. And I'm gonna take some spray to lubricate to try and prevent some rust, because see here, it's a lot of dust, and who knows how much salt there is in there. And also lubricate these here brake lines and kind of do some maintenance, just to try to keep the car last as long as it can. And here's the sway bars. It's usually brake on them. They said this was put on some heavy duty, but I can't say I see any difference on them. So I don't know how much heavy duty it is. I'll probably find that out next year, because it have a tendency to break down on every 25,000 kilometers. And you can see also there's a lot of shit up here. I'm gonna take the compressor and just blow it away and put it on, just lubricate it with some motor spray. Yeah. And you can also see there's kind of some corrosion coming here. But that's probably something you just have to accept. Yeah. And this is how it looks inside the behind the wheel on the left, on the right rear side. Excuse me. And you can see here's a little on that rod there. There's a little brown coming up. A little either. That's rusting. It's the drive shaft, yeah. It's the drive shaft. You can see that in under there. Goes to that rubber there. Yeah. The drive shaft is rusting. And yeah, you can see a little corrosion on the bolts there. Three years with a Volkswagen ID3 first edition. What is it that I like about this car? It's big enough and small enough for our purpose, and we mainly use it back and forth from the city. There's some pretty good space in here. You sit fairly high up in the car, so my injured back doesn't have that of a problem. And in the back side of the car here, see there's a lot of stuff here now. You see I got the pretty decent big dog cage here for Italian greyhounds, and there's good room between here for your legs. I sit pretty far back when I'm driving. I did not get to test drive this car before I bought it. It was bought blindfolded. I just seen the spec of it, and the main reason I just went by it is I saw it was built like an electric car. It was not built on a consumption car platform that's already been made with combustion engines. It's a purely electric. So the battery pack is from here to there, and in fact it has a rear wheel drive, as the old Volkswagen Beetle had back in the days. That was also something I liked, and that it had drum brakes in the rear, and that's not supposed to be necessary to maintain. This here is actually, as I seen on another video from I think it was a video Tesla Björn put up. Yeah, maintenance supposed to be maintenance free. I had to take it in to adjust it because it's kind of locked up for me, so that was an issue. That was after about a year, I think. Now you see some of the daily crap. Well, the trunk is could have been bigger, but then the car had to be bigger, so it's an okay trunk. But there's one thing I'm missing. This is, you can't fit the spare wheel tire in here. Sorry about my English, I've been a little sick. So I got the whatever. There should be spare wheel tires on every car, cause sitting waiting on some road service to help you out, man, I like to fix my own tires. Yeah. Another thing with the car is that I like that it has tires that's this is 215, 55 or 18, and this is not the most expensive tires to buy, but if you go up to other dimensions, it gets more expensive. So it's yeah. She is dirty because she's on her third winter now, and we haven't washed it because there's always some shit everywhere. So in winter time there is no reason to wash it down, because then you just end up not be able to get your doors open in this country and it freezes up. I know you could put some lubrication, some silicone things on it, but and you have to do that regularly. Well, so is there things I just dislike on the car? Yeah, it is. And one of the things are the headlights don't melt the snow or ice on the. So if it snows, you have to clean up the headlights. Another thing that's been bugging me a few times, that it piles up ice here, so this I'm not able to move. That's bugging me. I just simply think it's easier with something in the middle here that had done the cleaning of the window. Would have been much better because then things wouldn't have piled up so much in here. And another thing is lane assistant. It's dangerous in Norway to have that on if you're driving on roads. It's not clear, you don't have lines. No midline, no side lines that's marked up. She don't know where she's at on the road at all. So I always have to remember to turn that off, because she's terrible at driving. She's dangerous. That's something I would have liked to have different. This should always be off, and if I wanted it on, it should be totally opposite. Always have to put it on, not that I have to go in there and take it off. That's irritating. And the range of the car is dropping fast. When it starts to get around 0 degrees outside, you start losing 10%, 20%, 30%. I've seen I lost up to 60% in the winter time in driving this car. So wintertime driving with this car gets up to about 60% more expensive. And I'm talking the truth here. So yeah. And another thing is, I have on the screen here, I have heat. But I wish, because I experienced, and it's in another video way back, if you check it out, I lost the entertainment system. There was no music. There was no warmth in the car. And I had no GPS. I had no seriously information about things I kind of needed. The one thing I needed the most was heater. So the heating of the car should be on a total different system. So if you lose this screen here, you will always have the heat, and you will always have the speed here. So it should be different. And I put on the cruise control when I was driving, when this here shut down, and I had 80 kilometers an hour, and I thought it would fix itself. But suddenly I found myself doing 80 kilometers into 50 zone before I went probably a minute before hey, this is not right. So I had to manually take down the speed because this system didn't work. So cruise control should also probably be on another system. So things shouldn't be like you lose one thing, wow, you lost it all. And the stereo also should be on another system. You should have systems for each, like it was on the old cars. If your stereo goes down, okay, you lost your music. If your cruise control goes down, okay, you lost that. But one thing that's very important, never lose the heat in this country. You might die somewhere driving an EV in this country if that shuts down. So that's the thought about that. And here comes another thing that's kind of dangerous in this car if you're not always ready for it. Because if you see on the right side, you see you have two pillars here, and you saw how much got lost in that. But just think about how much is going to go lost of what you're seeing in your eyesight on the left side. This is up in my face now, the camera, and I'm driving to the left, and just see if something moves in the right time behind that pillar there. Accident happens. I've almost crashed. I think it's about 2 times. I almost had an accident because of that. And my wife told me she also had the same experience, that she almost had been into accidents because of those lack of view, I will call it. It's a lack of view. It's you see more from the right side than you actually do from this side, because here it takes up just, it looks like your eyes are kind of filtering what's happening here. If you don't put your main sight in here, your side view doesn't pick up what's happening here because it's so narrow. So narrow. Well, this is the Pale Blue River. I'm a little sore in my throat because I've been sick. It's also why I'm kind of a little late putting this video out. So I don't know why they made it like this, but it's not a good. It's not a good design. It's not. Well, this is what I see when I'm driving. And this is on the straight road. The camera lens is in the middle of my forehead. And to charge anything in this car, that's I don't know what they were thinking when they put this here. Why in here, where all the garbage goes? And if you put something down here, you might just, this might break. And why just USB-C? I would rather have a couple of 12 volts cigarette chargers. Why didn't they put it over here somewhere? Because then it wouldn't be any way you could kind of ruin the thing. In all the other cars I have my Dodge Durango, I have a socket here. So it should be, you could have 2 C ports here, and a couple of USBs, and a socket for 12 volts. Because if we're gonna have a cooling bag with us, I have to put it in the trunk, or else I have to have a long line here. So when the warranty is out on the car, I'm gonna put in some extra electrical things in here the way I want it. Because then I'm there where I can start modifying a little bit when the warranty is out. So let's see what else. And cleaning that windshield here, it's a nightmare. So that's said, because I don't have long enough arms to get all the way back there. And over to some positive things again. The car handles good in all conditions in this country. So far, I haven't had any problems, so that's good. And over to something bad again. That's sway bar links in the front of the car. It's been changed 2 times on warranty. And I'm thinking they probably go next time around 75 to 80,000 kilometers. They probably need to be replaced again. Well, they said they put on some heavy duty ones, but I'm not sure that that's just what they call it, or if it's the truth that they put on something that's called heavy duty, because it looks just like the same as the ones that was there before. So who knows? And all those touch buttons, sometimes they work fine in some way, but I have a tendency to get very cold fingers, and sometimes things I touched don't respond at all to my fingers. And I would like to have touch buttons in, not touch buttons, but you like this. You push. Now here you just have a push and you have slide. And it's here for Windows. Well, they didn't recognize my finger. It was there. See it? There it was off. This here often don't listen to me. And so why couldn't they just put in 2 more of those? Could remove that one. Just have 2 more here. Here you have a right and a left on the mirrors, like in an old car, and you move it the way you want it. So I'm not all that fan of all those things you just touch. How long will this here last? Like it feels like my fingers are on here. My point of view, I'd rather just had a bottom. Push. This starts when this goes up, but I can't do nothing here if I wanted this to light up. This one, you didn't see it, didn't angle the camera. Yeah, well, this is okay now because you have this here. But sometimes you don't have to touch them. You just see here. I'm not touching it. I'm just passing over. So my grandkid was sitting here in the car on the right side here, and he pushed that SOS here, and my wife got kind of scary. Wow, probably calling 113 fire service or the police or something, or the hospital, who knows, SOS. So teach your kids to not push that bottom. This month I figured out how much we charge at home and how much we charged on Ionity or other charging stations. And every percent on the car is 580 watts or 0.58 kilowatts. If you wonder that, because it's a 58 kilowatt battery on the car, but this is Norwegian, so not easy probably for most of you to understand. But the main thing is when I looked at the numbers for the month, which charged 460.18 kilowatts at home. That's a total number of 294 crowns. And if you, I think the euro is used to be around 9-10 crowns, but no, it's probably around somewhere around between 10 and 12, I guess. But so that's to say it's about some 30 euros probably. And we charged on the Ionity 187 kilowatts, and that was about 430 crowns. So, and the total cost of electricity this month was 722 crowns. So that was the cost of driving the car this month. I don't do this often to calculate what the car uses, but I figured out I would do it this month just to see how much do we spend on fuel, because electricity is fuel. So yeah, in my Citroën C4 diesel I would be able to go 71.6 Norwegian miles or 716 kilometers on that price. So what did those numbers tell? Well, we had driven since the last episode 2,877 kilometers. And that made the cost of driving the car 2.51 Norwegian crowns per 10 kilometers. The total use of kilowatt was 648.04. In euros, that ends up at 0.21 euro. In a consumption car, you would have spent about 143.5 liters of petrol or diesel if it uses 0.5 liters on the mileage. When the average price is around 23 Norwegian crowns, you would have spent 3,300 crowns thereabout on fuel. That's 2,578 crowns saved driving electric. But then again, it's not that cheap to buy an electric, although you're buying not the fanciest car in the world. You still it costs to buy a new vehicle. That was all I had for this month update. 3 years, 36 month. This is the 36th episode. And the story goes on to another month. and I have no clue what this videos that I'm making will hold, because life takes me here and there and everywhere, and you never know what's happening. So I'm not planning anything. I don't have any scripts. I don't. It's just made in the moment, just about everything I do. So thank you for watching again, and you'll see me or I'll see you. Well, you'll see me. Well, about the comments and such, how much do your car use, and do you save any money in driving electric? I don't know how the price is in your country. Yeah, and I'm in on the computer just about one time in the month, so that's when I'm answering comments down below on YouTube. So if I'm not that quick at answering, I'm doing my best to, at least when I'm updating the video, I go in there and I answer the comments. So yeah, then again, thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, appreciate it. Well, I'm happy if you put the notification on and subscribe to this channel. I'm not pushing out the whole amount of things, so I'll just bother you one time in the month, just thereabouts. Yeah. So well, take care out there. There's a lot of things happening in the world. So see you further down the line. Thank you for watching. It's a lifetime story of an ID3. Is it good or what will it be? It's a lifetime story. Yeah, it's a lifetime story. It's a lifetime story about a Volkswagen ID3. Is it good? Is it bad? Is the worst thing I ever had? I don't know, but time will show. It's a lifetime story of a Volkswagen ID3. Thank you for watching.